Hey, hi again. It's Pierre. Welcome to the garage, the shop. Before we keep on the crane project, I'd like to give a special thank you to Philippe Desjardins. He's one of my subscriber, viewer, and Philippe contacted me like a few days ago, and he had issues with some of his equipment and things like that. And let's say we met at his place. It was a nice afternoon. We had shop talk and machining talk and all kinds of talk, boys talk. And he showed me the issues he had, and we're going to get together in my shop here. In the, I don't know exactly how much time, but soon enough, and we'll probably turn down to be a YouTube project, and we'll be able to share that with you, and you'll probably end up meeting Philip at the same time, which is he's a super nice person. And maybe a few details about Philip, and he's a skilled person that not been trained as a machinist, but he's doing pretty good. He's learning fast. He's got the sense of how to make nice stuff, good stuff, and everything. And one thing he impressed me with is his laser engraving machine. And wow, that's impressive to see and how it goes. He's got a 60-watt laser. 60 watt can't cut metal, but he can cut plexiglass, softer materials and things like that. Foam is easy to cut. He can engrave on, let's say he's got, I don't have any example here, but he can engrave in plastics, certain fibers and things like that, which will end up like a fantastic result, because laser is more precise than plasma cutting and things like that. But it does a super nice job. He's also working on a train table. Man, I like miniature stuff, and geez, I love those things. I mean, it's in progress. It's still still being built, but what's there, I mean, is something. Maybe one of those days we'll put some footage of that on the tube. He doesn't have a channel, and that's too bad, because he could show and get a lot of people interested in what he does. But I mean, that's the the fun part of meeting people too. Also, he noticed that I was kind of not exactly using the best brands of tools, so he kind of proposed to exchange, the collaboration we're going to have and the help I'm going to give him with a few, a few items that I will appreciate. And let me just get the camera and I'll show you that. He said, you can have my leftover anchor loop if you want to try it. Leftovers for his. For him is something like full up to, it's full up to here. I mean, no, you don't call that a cheap leftover. You call that a hefty leftover. And the tap handles, he's seen, the ones I was using were like, a little bit shitty. I have to admit, he was right. And now he's not right anymore, because he supplied me with a few good handles. They're G like George, what the USA made GT, I don't know, what is it? GTD or something like that. It's made in USA. This one is at number 13 tap handle. It's like I think it's brand new stuff. I mean, it's gonna make a nice add-on to the toolbox. And got the number, I don't know, what's this? It's a number 15. Like a few, it's a few things I can use. So and the Greenfield tap holder for smaller sizes. He got me a few these inside micrometers. Some, there's one that's made like for special applications, probably at Pratt & Whitney's. and the other ones I like all still wrapped up. I'll just kind of get that ready to you know, find a place to put that in my numerous stuff. But I think we got about up to 12 inches. That's nice. So I still want to, you know, I want to thank Philip for the, you know, the nice afternoon we had chatting and sharing, you know, like machinist stuff, and for the advance on the nice tooling. Now we're getting serious with the crane. A few more parts today. I'm ahead a little bit on the machining. I got a few things to edit and put up, you know, on the tube. The editing takes tremendous amount of time. You know, if I have a half-hour like video, sometimes it will take me you know, from half a day to a day and a half, depending upon how much I gotta clean up or edit or just correct, and you know, but it's a fun thing to do, and we'll just get into you know, the heart of the subject, and let's go machining. The part we're making today is a semi-circular part, thickness of 125 thousandths here, total thickness with the some kind of a bushing part there, 190 thousandths. It's going to be used to hold the collet for one of the camera pole in the center. I just realized I made a mistake. This is going to go vertical instead of horizontal, so I have to make a little change on the drawing. And this part is also going to be used to stop the movement, you know, the going up and down, or the tilting up and tilting down of the boom. And this is a slot, and there's going to be a screw and a tightening ring in there, so we set the angle of the tilt and we can just tie it up wherever it needs so it stays stable. That's the part we're going after right now. So we'll start the machine and we're going at it. Hey, first operation on this 4.5 chunk of aluminum. It's to get it down to 4 inches diameter outside. We'll also make the 1/4 inch hole into the middle of it, and after that we'll make the bushing part that's coming out for some about 70 thousandths of an inch amount. Okay, we'll get that on its way. Let's face it. Touchdown. Yeah, I've just repositioned the tool so we clear, and let's go and do it again. Like someone says, rinse and repeat. Same time we'll check if we're at the right height. Pretty well set. No dimple in the middle. Now we got something faced. We'll make ourselves a 1/4 inch hole in the middle. For about, I don't know, 1/4 inch. We don't need much deeper than that. Let's help it a little bit. There we go. We're going about, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch at the most. That's all we need. And that's done. Now we'll make a nice face in the middle to make the that's it, the bushing part nice. So we'll go slow from here. A little, at the same time, we'll calibrate the z-axis on the DRO so that can give us the reference for that face. Okay. Reference 0 for the z-axis. Now we want to have along here, we want to have like 4 inches diameter, from 4.5 for about 3/8, a little bit more in this. Let's say 1/2 inch. It'll give us some range. We'll calibrate the a little bit more than 1/2 inch. That's perfect. We'll see how big this is. Take a 4 to 5, and these won't be super important measures. 4 inches, 473, and we'll make it down to 4 inches. 4 and 100. There we go. Let's get pliers before we get killed. Just to make sure we're tracking. That was a nice chunk. Okay, we're just below 100. That's exactly not too far. Let's make it 4, since we're making a finishing cut. Let's do a little bit of lube. Finish is nice. Work control. Oh, we're 2 thousandths under without taking too much care, and that's excellent. We'll make the recess part that needs to be from 190 to 125. So this is 0, and that means 75. No, 65, sorry. That's 0. And then we'll be going 65 down. I'll take it in 2 cuts. It's a pretty pointy tool, so I don't want to get too hard on this. So we put 30 thousandths, going down to 1 inch. We're roughing. go to 1 inch 100. That'll give us some finishing. Now let's go directly to 65. For this I'm going to tie the apron just so it doesn't move on me. I'll go a little slower because I need this to be a nice nice surface. Inch 300. Go directly to the what we want to be the finished diameter of this bushing, 1 inch 50 thousandths. That should be about it. No more burr. That's exactly what we need. Now we got to make a slice out of that, and let me tell you, it's a big chunk to slice. So we'll probably start it with the splitting cut off blade, and okay, this is a big chunk, like 4 inches, like 2 inches going with the cut-off blade. I'm not sure we'll make it to the middle. We'll start and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I made my parting blade as much in line or perpendicular with the axis of the cut, but it's like you rarely get a blade that's perfectly like it's gonna cut perfectly straight to the middle. So we'll go with what's there. I only have the blade partially out, like I don't know, maybe 3/4 of an inch, and what we'll do, we'll keep on taking it out as it goes. I need 125 on this, so we'll give it like say 200,000, so it'll be like 75,000 for, let's say, if it deviates or if I have to go in the saw, or that will give me plenty of room to catch up and just correct the defects or whatever, what could get created on this. I'll slow down a little bit. I'm at 650, but I'm gonna make it like I would say like 400 will be not too bad. It won't be as fast, but it'd be safer. And these blades cost a fortune. Okay. So I'll go as far as I can go with the length I got there, and after that we'll advise keep it lubricated, keep a good pressure on it. So far so good. Oh, you seem good. It's always a problem to find a decent angle for the camera. I think I'll get the WD-40 can and give it a squirt. Oh gee, I hate that smell. We're near what the parting blade is gonna give me on this cut, but it's going good so far. I'm happy. Let's get the parting blade further. Okay, we're back with the parting blade advance. I didn't go as far as going to the bottom of the hole because we're already like an inch and a half out of 2 inches. We'll do a little bit more and see how it goes. Like I said, at this last resort, you can always go for a saw or something. You gotta keep a constant pressure on this to avoid vibrations or anything like that, but it's going good. Another 1/4 of an inch. Still clearing. Okay, now we're in pretty good, and the phone is the right time. I guess was who was on the phone? Some stupid jerk-ass telling me that I won a trip or selected for a free something. I damn well know that there's not much free trips in this world, but I hate this, the laws in Canada not to disturb people about that. Anyway, I advanced the blade another 1/4 inch. We'll probably be able to make it to the mill, hopefully. And let's be careful and go. So far it looks good though, and before it splits. Okay, now that'd be nice. I just put a little bar in the middle, so that will help getting this thing from going into the chip pan or falling and breaking corners or something. There's not much left. I don't know if I'd be able to cut steel at that distance. So far so good. About I'd say 1/16 left, maybe not. Jeez. Okay, I have to pull out. And oh, that's about it. There we go. We'll be using a baby hacksaw. Try not to break anything. It's giving up. It's giving up. We got it. There you go. You know, the finish is actually pretty nice. It's not perfect, but with parting blades like that, you might have to do with concave or convex surface a little bit, so it has to be faced to make sure you get the perfect, you know, parallelism between the two surfaces. But that came out pretty nice. This step, we're boring in the counter boring in the holding plate. This bushing is spaced there to accommodate this, and simple operation. We zero the z-axis. We're going to calibrate a little bit the other one. Let's take a cut. It needs to be, let's say 75 would be good enough, 75 thousandths. Going to 50, 7, 8, 60, 75, good enough. It's not a big boring bar, so it's a crying bar. Okay, now to get this, we'll measure, because I'd like to register the pushing into this tight enough. This is an approximator. Okay, 730. Let's say 738. Let's say 1 inch and 50 thousandths. Let's say minus 1 or 2 thousandths. So in this case, we have a. Shut up here. Okay. Let's get the burr out of there. See if this part's fit. If I'm right, we're just... Oh, we're not far from just pressuring it inside, so that's what we'll do. I'll give it maybe 1,000. They'll probably want to go inside them. Pressure fitted. Slight pressure, perfect. We're going to surface this part, and we're gonna have to go very close from the center. This is what gives the pressure on the part to allow me to kind of do the turning on this there. I found the perfect tool to go very close from the to inside this angle in the point there. It's exactly what we need. Discovered that my tool chest. Also discovered had no inserts to put in, so since bare tool, no way. So we'll have to improvise with what I got. I got a tool that is slightly smaller than what I usually use, and that's what we're going to go as close as possible. It won't be as close as the other one, because the other one would go like about a few thousandths of an inch, like very, very close from the point. This one will go like give me a radius of about 5/8 or something when we're finished. But we'll go with what we got and see about the middle later. Now the cuts are not going to be humongous cuts though. Taking a few thousandths at a time. Take longer a little bit, but we'll get to the end. I'm getting a heavier cut towards the middle because of the convex aspect of the okay, that's as far as we go. Going not too bad. A few more thousandths. Keeping the pressure on it. Going good. Not bad at all for a pressure setup. it's gonna be eyeballing a little bit. If we're within 4,000 or 5,000, it's better than we did. We're now down at 160. We need to get to 125. We'll get it to 35. Out of 35 we have to do. That's going to be a finishing cut at the same time, so we'll get it a little slower. Too bad I can't go right down to the middle. There we go. That's as far as we can go. Pulling out a little bit. We'll do some measurement. This is pretty much what we want, within 1,000. So I'm buying this. No, the middle. Let me think of something. I'm back. Okay, I had some reflection time and I found a way to hold this without damaging, without changing lots of stuff on the lathe. I just got parallels in the back, here and there, crossing to the other side of the opening in the chuck, and got myself a brand new insert on the tool. And I hope I don't bump the camera because you're pretty much in the way. And we're going in slowly till we match with the other surface. And visually run out is very nice, so it means we're probably under we're pretty low. So take it easy, take a little bit more time, but we don't want this to move. We're getting closer. Oil it up a little bit. Take advantage of your seat because you're not gonna always sit in that position. Probably see better than I do. There we go. We're pretty matched with the rest. That's pretty close. That looks good. And let's see that from close. Don't feel anything. That's a good point. Oh, that's excellent. We got out of a situation again. If you see a difference between the original surface and the center part, it's so minute that it's not going to cause any problems. One other part done partially. Okay, now this is one more step in venting in the crane. These parts here, that has to be done. They're once finished, they look like this. It's a round part, about what I say 190,000 thick, and there's some kind of a groove made in there with a matches with the radius of these collets. It's going right there. It's going to be held there. I'm probably going to glue them with epoxy or something. So they stay there. They pivot on each side because it's going to be mounting parts on each side, and they're going to be pivoting this way, and that's going to hold the the collet with the bar inside. And also we make a few washers, but this is very not much complicated to do a simple 125,000 washer.